by and large healthier, who are no longer required to buy insurance at these exorbitant prices, will simply drop out of the market, or buy the what are called short-term limited duration plans, which President Trump issued a regulation just a few weeks ago to reinstate those plans, to give an alternative market to people who are healthy and in many cases younger, to buy affordable insurance. They're estimated that 4 to 6 million people will drop out of Obamacare plans and go into this new market. Well, that means by and large healthier, younger people are going to drop out of the insurance market, and what's going to be left? Well, you're going to have a lot of older and sicker people who are very high cost, and so premiums are going to go up anywhere from 30 to 40%. And that's why you see Republicans on the Hill right now talking about bailing out Obamacare, and in something called the Omnibus. And there's an effort underway right now to spend anywhere from $30 to $60 billion to prop up Obamacare through cost-sharing reduction payments and something called reinsurance. It is a complete abdication of everything Republicans said they were going to do, and it's being led by Republicans, which is just, I mean, it's mind-boggling that they've given up repealing Obamacare and now are talking about propping it up, and here's why. Because they're afraid of premiums going up by 30 to 40% and being blamed prior to the election for healthcare costs going up. And so what their brilliant idea is, we'll buy off insurance companies, pay insurance companies $30 to $60 billion over the next 3 years to keep premiums down so we can convince folks that, you know, we didn't hurt them come election day. It is a complete abdication of everything that everybody who ran in the last 4 election cycles said they would do, and there is only one alternative, and I'm talking about that alternative with you today.
It is maddening that they
Call
want
them,
to do this.
write them, text them.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
You have to do that, and that actually, this is important right now. If you don't get anything
they're talking about passing this next week. And nobody knows about it. They kept it a well-hidden secret here in Washington, but they are organizing a bailout. And interesting enough, the target date for passing it is the day of Obamacare passing back in 2010. So, I mean, it's almost poetic justice that Republicans would come around and prop up and make Obamacare permanent on the anniversary of Obamacare. And what a betrayal.
All right, so understand, we have to stop them from bailing out insurance companies right now. That's our job between now and next week. It is unreal that Republicans are thinking of doing this. And we have made this our call to action the last 3 weeks. I think we're in the 3rd or 4th week regarding this. And you can find information about this by going to teapartypatriots.org/thisweek. teapartypatriots.org/thisweek. You need to call your senators, both senators, and your congressmen and tell them that in the omnibus spending bill that they're looking at passing next week, do not prop up insurance companies, do not bail out insurance companies.
I will share something with you because I just came from, well, we're here at Heritage. I don't know if we
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
And we appreciate Heritage letting us use their facility today.
So we're here at Heritage, and Heritage just came out of a poll today with a poll that asked people, are you supportive of an effort by to give money to insurance companies to lower premiums under the Affordable Care Act? So it's not, you know, bailout, and they're not using inflammatory language. They're just saying, are you in favor of taxpayer dollars to be used to pay to insurance companies to lower premiums under the Affordable Care Act? And 61% of Americans said no. Now, that's just not the Republican base. That's Republicans and moderates and probably some Democrats who are saying, no, I don't think we should be paying insurance companies, you know, our taxpayer dollars to prop up a system that's failed. I just can't get over, the word betrayal just keeps, you know, hammering in my brain, that how members of Congress can think that this is a good idea. And let me be very clear. It's Republican House members primarily are the ones who are clamoring because they're afraid of facing you and on election day because of premiums going up. What they should be afraid of is facing you, who they promised to repeal Obamacare and not even try to do it.
Okay, and I think Landon's trying to pull up just so people can take a look at what it looks like. So he'll get that up just so you can see that in a moment. He's our producer. Okay, he's ready. He can pull that up. It's teapartypatriots.org/this week. And then the thing so I want to just highlight how frustrating that is, and then we'll go on to the rest of what we've got to do.
Look, this is really important. I mean, Jenny Beth, you're absolutely right. I mean, I don't want to take time away from talking about the Patient Freedom and Choice Act, because that is the alternative. And in a sense, when you call your member of Congress and you say, don't do this, there is an alternative. Because I think a lot of members are really worried that if they don't do this, they're going to be stuck. And they're not stuck. There is an alternative that can actually do what we said we were going to do. Not all of it. We're not repealing all of it. No one's saying we're repealing all of it. But we're taking a huge, big step in the process of repealing Obamacare. And we're cutting off what is going to happen if we prop up Obamacare. What's going to happen is Obamacare is going to continue to be dysfunctional. We're going to continue to put more money into it. It's not going to work. And guess what's going to happen eventually? We're going to get a single-payer healthcare system. We tried the private sector. We've been working. The markets don't work. Insurance companies are not working. The private sector doesn't work. We need to go to single-payer. Every single Democrat running for president in 2020 is running on the platform of single-payer. Let me just assure you, if we don't do this now, if we don't get this money out of Washington, get this money and cut it, and get some of it into HSAs and get a bunch of it into the private sector insurance market, where the money is at the state level, not the federal level, we are on a one-way ticket to the British national healthcare system.
Okay, now tell me then, when they call, instead of just saying, don't bail out insurance companies, there is an alternative, and restate the name of your bill.
Yeah, it's the patient freedom. I think it's Freedom and Choice. Let me get that name. I always get Choice and Freedom Act. I want to make sure. Freedom and Choice. I was right.
Okay.
Freedom and Choice Act.
All right. So I put that in the notes so you can see that. Just call them. Say, do not bail out insurance companies. There is an alternative, the Patient Freedom and Choice Act. All right. Now, the Congress sued President Obama when President Obama, through his pen and phone, was issuing executive edicts to bail out insurance companies. They sued and said this is wrong. They passed laws to prevent the ability from bailing out insurance companies.
And now they're going to do it.
And now they're saying, oh, well.
And we control the place.
Right.
Republicans control it.
They wouldn't pass bailing out insurance companies when Obama was in charge, and now they're going to pass it when we have President Trump. That's so wrong.
They're panicking. I mean, and when there's a panic, you don't usually have very good rational policy. And the sad thing is, if it wasn't for the effort that was being put on by Heritage and myself and others to actually build an alternative to this panic selling that is going on among Republicans, selling out, I should say, among Republicans, there wouldn't be an alternative, but there is. And I'm increasingly confident that we can get a consensus on this and get to the 51 votes we need in the Senate.